To be ready for Tesla earnings reporting on Wednesday, October 23rd, I want to take you back to the beginning of the year and the other earnings reports and how the markets reacted. And then I'll even give you a forecast that's showing up on Tesla and clue you into how to monitor it. So if you're new here, I'm Hima Reddy. I use price action, candlesticks like these, market timing, that's forecasting, and momentum, my favorite indicator, the RSI power zones, to boost my trading and that of my tribes. So you can see here that this blue vertical line marks the date of January 24th, and that's when the earnings were released for Q4 2023. You can see that after the close and after the earnings, there was a big jump lower, a gap lower on Tesla. All right, moving along. This market fell, and then after the April 23rd earnings release for Q1, it gapped higher and then gapped higher again. So you can see Tesla is definitely prone to big moves after the earnings release, not always guaranteed, but you want to be aware that it is prone to that. This first move was in the direction of the existing trend. This second move was a change in trend. Now let's go into the summertime. Here we had the July 23rd earnings release, and you can see that the market had been putting in sort of a short-term consolidation, unclear as to whether it was going to be a top or a bottom. The one clue being that the RSI power zones had peaked in the bull resistance power zone, and then there was a drop lower. So I think we've seen here now that there's likely to be a strong move after the Tesla earnings. The question is, which way is it going to go? So all of these other lines on this chart represent analysis I've already done, and I'm going to kind of dial you into the most key points. If you want to see the full analysis from weekly to daily to 60-minute charts that I did of Tesla today, that is in the loss forecasting trading system as a bonus lesson. All right, let's bring ourselves to the current market action. And here we are coming into that October 23rd earnings release. Now, when you deploy loss forecasting, you're able to set out a map of where price is likely headed, and not just what price, but by what time. And believe it or not, right now, there's a forecast for Tesla to trade down into 187.04 by the earnings release date. So there's no guarantee that that's going to happen, okay? If you don't know my forecasting techniques, don't trade that blindly. I will tell you that that forecast remains intact while the high here from October 15th at 224.26 is still in play, meaning it hasn't been broken above. So again, the expectation for any sort of gap or big move usually happens the day after earnings, but right now we have a forecast that's kind of pulling price action down into the right so far. In the interim, this would have to get through a couple of support levels in order to make its way lower. First would be this 213.74 from October 14th. Then it would need to get through the August 28th low. So there's some support barriers along the way. On the other hand, if this forecast doesn't play out and if Tesla trades higher above 224.26, then again, in my loss forecasting bonus video, I have a ton of key levels, but the most important one to hone in on is this high from October 4th that's shaping the move lower off the September 30th interim peak. So long term, in the bigger picture of Tesla, there's a lot of sideways consolidation going on. I've just added in a trend line. Now it's a tentative trend line because it doesn't have a third touch confirming it, but if you connect the low from April 22nd to August 5th, you can see it's currently where the price action is hovering. So you have a lot of tools to help navigate whether Tesla trades up or down. That's the key, guys, to being able to handle earnings movements, is having a plan for whichever direction the market takes you and setting up that plan a couple days out in advance. Whether you're a day trader or swing trader or trading options or any other approach to this market. So if you found value in this video, please go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, drop a comment for me down below, specifically what your takeaways were, and if you want to see this type of analysis for any other market that we have this earnings season or beyond, and I'll catch you soon.